Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fay, and as always, welcome. I think someone said it looks like a grandma's room. Welcome to grandma's room. Welcome to the part. Welcome to the me moving. What's up? How's it going? It's another Tuesday. Let's get to it. It's Friday. Hi. Yes, it's time for the time where I make the video, and I realize I really need to find someplace better to film this, but it's okay, guys. The gang is all here still. As you can see, we have everyone fully ready to go and talk about all the cool stuff happening in Yu-Gi-Oh this week. 'Cause it's definitely cool stuff. There's definitely cool stuff going on this week, and not at all doom posting. But first, let's take a listen to Gay Kuriboh with what it is that's going on in the metagame. Gay Kuriboh, what can you tell us?
Get out of here! I'm gay.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I don't feel a particular need to go over the metagame this week because it's nothing you aren't aware of. The metagame has grown particularly stale for most people, competitive, casual alike. It's Snake Eye. The Italian Nationals happened, 1,300 players, top 4 was all Snake Eye. If you want the spice was the Kashtira engine that was in the first place list. It's not at all new, it's not at all that spicy, but that's the simple summary of the format, so I'm not going to waste your time going over it. Tenpai got top 8, other decks did exist, and it's still fucking Snake Eye format, so there you go. There's your look at the lovely, lovely upcoming Italian Nationals. By upcoming, I mean past happened, so what is speaking, not something I know how to do. Taking a look, we do of course have the WCQs coming up. That's the big fancy pantsy stuffs. The Oceanic, the Central American first coming up on June 21st and 22nd and 23rd. It's the 22nd and 23rd technically, and then Oceanic and South America on the weekend following. So that'll be interesting because the new set that's coming out, that's right, that's our segue into the next bit. That is the upcoming Battles of Legend set releasing next Friday. Yes, Battles of Legend. I almost said Crystal Revenge. It's Terminal Revenge. Terminal fucking cancer is what it is. We got the full set list, of course, from content creators and also just the existence of people being able to see the cards being pulled. So it's a set. It's an interesting set. It's a set I literally can't decide how much I like or dislike it. There's a lot of things going on in the set in regards to cards that people would like, i.e., your new decks and support for old decks, I should say, because it's the Ice Barrier cards, the Ritual Beast cards, the Gen X cards, and the Infernoid cards, which have varying amounts of interesting things going on in them. Ice Barriers being touted as having a new little sprite package to make Swap Frog a 1-card totally awesome again, because you send the new Ice Barrier level 2, and then it searches Ice Barrier Reborn, and you reborn it, and you got 2 level 2 Aquas, so it's Toad. So it's like, whoa, that's kind of cool, that's kind of schnifty. And speaking of Sprite and Toad and shoehorning in Sprite, we have interesting reprints like the full Sprite package, everything you could want from Sprites. There's Herald of the Diviner getting not only an ultra rare but a quarter-century secret rare. There's Snatch Steel, there's Substitute. There are some pretty damn good things going on in this set. However, there are also some things that make you go, why? Why did we elect to not reprint Ritual Beast Tamer Elder? I literally was buying up the cards and I saw Elder was a little pricey and I was like, God, that's not worth it. It's just gonna get, how are they not gonna reprint Elder in Terminal? I'll just not pick it up. I'll buy it in the set. I'll buy the reprint. That's fine. And as it turns out, that was not fine. That was the stupidest fucking decision I've made. It's like $15 to $20 now, and it's just not been reprinted, despite the fact that it's never been reprinted. It's the one and only printing is the secret rare from Secret Forces in 2015. Fucking Necros format, dude. But no, we don't need to reprint it. Instead, what we need to do is give Diviner a quarter-century secret rare printing, which in and of itself isn't bad, but it makes me question why did they decide to give it the Ulti and OTS Pack 25? Why are we giving deluxe rarities to cards that already have deluxe rarities? I'll never know. Konami is not a fan of collectors, as it would seem, which is something we'll get to that in a little bit. Don't worry about it. But it's just it's a very strange time and a strange set. I truly cannot decide whether or not I like or dislike it. It's bringing the Yubel fusion. It's bringing new decks in the form of revived archetypes, so to say. There's potential, maybe not at the tippy top tables because fucking Snake Eye format, but it'll be neat to see Ritual Beast again until they shifter my ass, and then I'll get pissed and I'll fucking, you know, go for the tried and true here with, like, you can't do that. You can't have that on screen. You can't pull that out at a tournament. And you're correct on all counts, but it happens. It's crazy how that happens, isn't it? Almost as crazy as the fucking arbitrary inclusion of branded cards. I don't know. It's a very strange set. I think there's a lot of positives going for it and a lot of negatives going for it as well. Like the decision to make the quarter century secret rare exclusive alternate art of Ray and I believe Rose for Sky Striker players. So that sucks to suck, I guess. And of course the new Blue Eyes Dragon Master Magia. Definitely knew that off the top of my head. Yeah, the cover card is quarter century secret rare exclusive. There's no other rarity printing of it. There's no ultra rare or secret rare for you to get to your hands on. It's just go fuck yourself if you want that card in particular, which is notable because it is a Blue Eyes card, or Blue Eyes adjacent. I should definitely know. Yeah, Blue Eyes Ultimate and a big pingus. So yeah, it's a Blue Eyes card, so it's going to be incredibly inflated because nostalgia and all that jazz. And also Blue Eyes is getting a structure deck, so if it turns out to be decent in that structure deck, it's just going to go up even more, which is just why? I don't know. In fact, so let's just get on to the real meat of today's video, and that is, of course, the state of the game. Because yes, once again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dying. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dying is a bit like economists predicting recessions, in that economists have predicted, 52 of the last 3 recessions. We get it a lot. It's been a pretty regular thing that someone comes in, says they don't like the state of the game, and now the game is dying. So nothing new in that regard. The problem is that there's some merit to it this time round. There are some extenuating circumstances that are worth noting that should be addressed for the longevity of the game. Things like the fact that, is it Lorcana or Lorcana? I never hear anyone say, I just hear whatever. Disney's card game, the One Piece card game, have come to fruition, and they're coming with serious financial backing for people who can compete competitively. Yeah, that's right, who can compete competitively. What a fucking sentence. The point being, if you are good at card games and you go play one of those two, you can make a living off it in some capacity. There's a pretty popular tweet that went around about a Pokemon player talking about how he made $55K from tournaments, and a response from a professional or competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, because can't quite be professional living off rubber mats and Nintendo Switches, but Lord knows they're trying. It's a bit tough. It's a bit of a tough sell with the rise of more and more TCGs that offer more and more genuine compensation for your time, effort, and money put into travel and such things that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is severely lacking on. And now it is of note that the reason given for Konami not giving out prizing as, say, One Piece, Bandai, and Disney are doing is because Kazuki Takehashi's wishes were for the game to not be, rewarded financially for winning events. But even still, you don't have to give out money. Do you remember when YCSs were giving out sheets of Starlights? Uncut sheets of Starlight. Not for winning the event, mind you, just for, like, side event shit. If you ran off to the side event, you were more financially compensated because the value of those uncut sheets is astronomical compared to a fucking Nintendo Switch. There's also the fact that with the lack of European YCSs, there's a very limited amount of reason to stay and play the fucking game for, let's say, half the audience. I don't fucking know the numbers off the top of my head. Europe is not a small continent in the grand scheme of the player base. A lot of players are there. They exist. I have been assured of it. The Germans watch me, allegedly. But how are we going to keep a European audience if we're not providing the means for them to compete? Yeah, there's nationals, and yeah, there's the WCQ, but that's not enough. locals are starting to drop off from what people are saying, and while it's anecdotal, it's still concerning. There's even a micro meme of Farfa going on about how, national numbers are up, you're all just doom posting like always, and then he looked a little more into it, and he went, oh no, okay, I was wrong on that front, and then like a day or two later, he tweeted out that his locals was closing down, which sucks. Yeah, this isn't hate on him, it's just like, it's a thing that's happening, and it's definitely shitty. You don't want to see that as a player, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let's go, I spent my money, I'm here to play cards, and now I can go fuck myself. That's just not a good time. Ideally, you'd have more events. And again, there's money issues. YCS is in Europe. The last one cost, was it 45 euro? Was it 60 euro? It was a lot. It was more than Americans are paying, so there's clearly a financial trouble going on in regards to them. They're expensive events, but not holding them and expecting your card game to survive isn't exactly the way to go about it. Not to mention the lack of consistent streams from YCSs. There's a plethora of issues that really can be gone over. But the point is, if you've been on Twitter, it's been pretty bummy. It's been pretty, shitty seeing people being like, yeah, I'm fucking outies. You've been watching, Gabriel Nets do well at event after event after event. You're like, hell yeah, man, he's kicking ass. One of these days he's gonna get that first place he deserves. And he's like, nah, I'm selling off all my rare shit. This is fucking Disney Town. I'm gonna go chill with Mickey and shit, or like whatever he's doing. I don't know the details. The point is, it's not a fun time. It's a bit of a bummer, a bit of a this womps situation circa TJ Detweiler 2001. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I think the core point that's being made here is something to the effect of, it's a little bit insane that the reward for topping a YCS is the same as the incentive to switch to Verizon. Like, surely we can do better. It's fun. Let me know your thoughts. I can't wait to read Infinite Doom post tweets. It probably deserves its own video in and of itself, but I'm behind on. I got like 7 new card reports to do. I've written this. I need to find a way to film them in what one commenter called a grandma's room, which is more accurate than you might be aware of, sir. Thank you very much. But that's it. I'm just gonna wrap it up. Fuck it. It's a yup date. It's a yup date. That's it. Master Duel. The world champion qualifier stuffs is going on. You got till the 21st to get into that zone before you do your 72-hour grind, and that's the news this week. That's it. Did I even make a joke in this fucking video? Who knows? Anyways, that's it. Goodbye. Let's turn the light off from the one side of my face is as white. My forehead is as white as the Swablu fluff, and that's saying something, isn't it? Powerful stuff. Anyways, that's it. Shout outs as always to the LIFD Magnetic Display. The best way to show off your cards, the best way to support me financially, and the best way to not have a television reflecting the entirety of my room, so I just show it to you anyways. Look, Mom, it's the green screen that I normally use. There it is. That's the backing I want to have up, but anyway. LIFD, Yugioh Strats, 15% off. Was this a great? Are you sold yet on the product? I sure hope so. Thank you to LIFD for the support. Thank you for watching. And as always, hit subscribe. Not only will you be impressing your smoking Italian wife, you'll become a true duelist. And what more could you want than that? Probably a better run card. Shut up. Hit subscribe. Have day.